Blaze here from Splinterlands on our first official Splinterlands Hangout with our crew. We have B. Jangles, Bronze Dragon, After Sound, and Mr. Bulldog himself. We are connected up and ready to go. Here to show off Conclave Arcana to the world. So Mr. B. Jangles is driving the way, and we are going to check out these cards. We're going to show off some battles. We have some announcements along the show that will drop, and yeah, good stuff. Thanks everybody for being here.
Howdy, everybody.
Excited. Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for having us.
Hey.
How's it going, Jangle?
I think we're getting some audio feedback. All right, well,
we got some dogs in the house.
Yeah,
we want to kick things off here, Blaze. You want to tell me where to navigate here?
Yeah, let's just dive into the cards. I think a lot of people have seen the cards circulating on the internet, but this will be a place to be able to see them all here in one spot. But we can just go ahead and jump on over. Oh, real quick, if you want to pull up the let's go. We'll check that other stuff later, but let's go to the items and check out your cards and kick it off with fire.
Ooh.
So I am so happy that Gravebrow didn't get nerfed too bad, because this card is just insanely fun to play with. He is a Venka solution. So if you're worried about Venka coming and knocking on your door, this guy can handle it, right? With the thorns and the ability like Hallois the Hollow. Is that what is it called?
Spite.
Is it spite?
Spite?
Yeah, spite.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So it hits and then it dies. It'll come back full health, and yeah, it's a great card to have. I just wanted to go right to that one because I was just so excited to have that in the set. So,
Blaze, I'm right there with you, man. I've been saying that this is my easy choice for favorite card of Conclave, and this guy is a big reason why I went for the legendary packs in the pre-sale. This card is going to be absolutely meta. So much fun.
Yeah, I loaded up on legendary
You
packs
want that
as well.
card, huh?
I just want to max out those.
Well, you've got your own little mini Venka.
What's the second
in this,
ability?
Here as well.
Resurgence. So that's the one where as soon as this guy dies, he does a board-wide redemption, and then comes back with full health, full armor. All the debuffs are removed, and all of the buffs from your own team are restacked.
So when it says skip,
huge.
Nice.
when it says skips a turn, what does that exactly mean?
So if he dies before he doesn't come right back into the rotation of play. So if he dies before his turn in round 2, for example, he won't attack again until per usual until round 3.
But if he would already
still
take his
spite, however,
if he would take his turn and attack 2 and then die in attack 2, does he attack again in round 3, or does he have to fully skip an attack? Because that's kind of how like stun is right now, where the timing of stun can have some oddities sometimes.
yeah, that's an interesting question. We can test it out.
Yeah, let's test it out.
I think we've got a Greybrow battle teed up, actually.
Yeah, I think he's actually. Let me see. I gave you that list. Let me see if he's the first one on the block.
And while Blaze is looking that up, Bulldog, you were commenting about the little mini Venka. I'm assuming that's old Blazebeard you were referring to.
Yeah, absolutely.
This card is a lot of fun, man.
Oh my gosh, burn. Yeah,
So much
with
damage.
Bloodlust too. Wow,
With
so this is an
Bloodlust.
epic. Okay, this is like what's that? The Angry Dwarf, Exploding Dwarfs, but on steroids.
Better.
Yeah,
It's really fun with so Bulldog and you BD and Aftersun. I'm curious. We all kind of play at different leagues throughout ranked and brawls and stuff. Do you guys ever play or come across Lorcus with the Trample Fury tactic?
Not often.
Not
where I
often?
play.
No, I don't think I have. No.
Bulldog?
Not with. I guess I'm struggling to picture what you're talking about. So no, I don't think.
So the
what's
second
the example?
tactic, right? The first tactic is Life Leech Affliction.
Right.
The second
Mhm.
tactic is Trample Fury. I never see that in Diamond Champ. However, tossing Trample and Fury with this guy, all of a sudden that becomes, I think, a viable tactic up at the tippy top. So
Mm.
yeah, it's
I
fun.
can
I can see that working well with Lorcus here.
yeah. And if you think this was fun, you guys won't see it for a while, but there is a dragon card that is just absolutely crazy. It's a big hitter, and it has the similar vibes to it, and great card. So I'm looking forward to showing that off when we can.
All right.
Jangles, it's the last one on the list there that I sent you on Discord. If you want to pull it up.
Yeah.
Or you can just actually type in my name there on under
Well, I don't
battle.
want to. The last one is in the most recent message.
Yes.
I feel like I see Swiftbeard Stout there. I feel like that's one I don't recognize.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple that we haven't announced that we'll see here for the
Oh,
first
there
time.
you go. That's perfect with Venka.
Yeah, check this out. So we just got this server up and running, and got a couple of battles in with Royal. Just totally, I told them I'll play fire, you play whatever you want, and we just went at it. And this was a fun one. We had the rule sets activated too, so we had to be quick on what we were gonna do because it was limited. But 16 man, I was like, all right, let me give this guy a go. Go ahead and check it out. Watch Venka here.
So this combination of
Let's do it.
Greybrow plus the Giraffe is just filthy. Getting the shield ward, the high speed, the shatter. It just
It
works
has reach.
so well.
That shield ward
Oh.
ability is so good.
Yeah.
Especially if you give it the reach position too, or the reach ability.
Yeah. I'll use the Mana Warden right now, even like in the second spot, even when it can't
Yeah.
attack there. Like I'll literally put it there just for the shield ward.
Look at that. See that? Venka just got
Okay,
smoked.
so Bulldog, to answer your question, let's see here.
Yeah, go on 2-speed, but
But it died before its turn.
So this is round 2. Delivers the spite, does his redemption thing, comes back. And he missed his attack round 2. Attacks round 3.
But he did attack. So it's redemption to everybody on the board, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's going to be really good. I mean, we've already got the Bloodlust, but you can even use it in, like things like the rule set where everybody has enraged. I'll sometimes do that with
Yeah.
with the Squirrel Summoner. Put that on your own team. Take
I love doing it with
that little bit of damage.
with the electric zap guy on the water reward
Yep.
card. It's fun to do that too. Cool. All right. Well, you guys are selling that
So what
card
do you
quite
guys
well.
think about I think this is the first time that we have seen the full element presented as kind of a cohesive unit. Are there any combinations that you guys are are keen to explore a little bit, or is there a certain card that is kind of sticking out outside of Greybrow and the little mini Vank?
And
I still
also,
got to explore them all, but like, what's that epic 9 mana card that has 5 abilities? Any card that has 5 abilities is fascinating to me.
yeah, and he's fast. It's the Molten Elemental there. Interesting card. I haven't
Whoa,
played him a
Trample?
whole lot, but yeah, he has Trample, and yeah, it's a lot of our epics are again. How do you guys like the power curve there, huh? I mean, who doesn't want to go after Trample? So yeah, there's a lot of buffs you can do, and remember with the promo card you have Inspire, so you can has a lot of friends out there, that's for sure. And then also with the close range there, you can play it with Squirrel, Bulldog.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Give it some extra extra attack, and then it's always nice to have like some versatile cards like that. Okay, so that one's very good against magic damage, but when you have the ability to control where you put your taunt, if you can have one card that's okay, this one's good against your melee damage or whatever, this one's really good against your magic damage, and then you can, okay, they went magic, we can put the taunt over here. They went a range team, you can put the taunt over here. So you don't necessarily, I don't look at that card with only the 6 health. You don't look at it and think it's necessarily a great tank, especially at 9 mana. But the silence and the void, if they go a magic team, that can work.
Yeah, I just wonder, these epics are going to be tough to max because you have the legendary packs that are going to put more legendaries out into the ecosystem, but these epics I think are going to be ones that people chase after.
Well, the potions now increase the epic chance though, right? So don't we have a higher epic chance than we have with previous sets?
Correct.
Assuming we're using potions.
Also, just chase down black foils after stun. That's the answer. That's the easy answer.
You only need 1 copy if you get it in black foil.
There you go. Got my midnight potions ready. That is true. That is true.
Cool.
Yeah, and I was ripping some alchemy packs during the testing phase, and they come up a little more often than I thought. When you get those midnight potions going. So I think a lot of people are going to have a good chance of completing the black foil set.
I would say that corrupted healing card jumps out at me as well. That is
Very nice.
such a
Healer
strong
is
ability.
great.
Yeah, I was
To have
looking at
corrupted healing at only 3 mana.
I'm surprised that I think I've said it before, but that Bob allowed that ability in the game, the corrupted healing. It is nasty, man. And he's very he's very into like the structure. And I was like, wait, this card's broken. And I was like, all right, so be it. But not the ability, right? It's super powerful.
I mean I'll play. It's Arachnoweaver, right? That's in death.
Yes.
That's the card with it. I mean, I'll use those in survival mode at 1 BCX, like for 5 mana, just to get that corrupted healing in there.
That's
so I see
awesome.
it now with 3 mana, and some good abilities on top of that too.
I mean, that card has every synergy it needs for magic.
Yeah,
Phase, Void, and Reflect.
Perfect.
What's the I've got to learn the new abilities on that. Is it Swiftbeard Stout? What's that second ability?
It's a tribal or bloodline tribute, and that again, that's why you want the promo cards, right? You get those promo cards. The second he dies, it buffs their attack, and it depends on what their attack is. But like Rummel will benefit from him, and then the other one will get some speed. So,
And it's on a taunt,
right? A lot of strategies to look for. I don't know in Fire if it works too well, but I'm guessing if you bring Dragon in, you can. But you start doing the Resurrect, right, on the taunt monsters with Rally, it becomes chaotic. You can escalate that rare promo card to like 8 attack. So I might be exaggerating there, but at least 6.
So all other dwarves would get a buff, right? With that
Correct.
Bloodline Tribute?
Yeah, so the way that Bloodline
That's
Tribute
wild.
works is everybody's going to gain health and speed and armor. and then for this guy, only ranged monsters will get their power buffed. There's a death bloodline tribute that works on melee. This guy. So there's a few combinations there that are really fun. But one of the big shifts that I've seen in Modern is fire has suddenly become a major go-to in Little League. I mean, if you look at the amount of power that you can toss onto a squad with just like 18 mana, for example, in Little League, you have some really solid two mana monsters. This guy is one of my favorite cards in the set, the Ashen Cindergrim with the Silence, the Painforge. Magic Opportunity is just ludicrous. So Little League Fire Squad, I think we'll be seeing a lot of as folks are starting to sink their teeth into CI.
I mean, how much of that is the summoner too? I mean, giving +2 armor. Like, that's one of the main reasons that I always love going to Kalia in Little League, because she's just, you get like multiple defenses in that.
It's true.
Right, you're getting that, and then again, the dwarves get the void.
And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dwarves that fit that Little League bill on fire by itself.
Yeah, we have 3 total cards with corrupted healing. So the promo card from Rebellion, Deep Delver, and then this one here. So it's a must-have.
BD, any comments on fire? Is there any card that you want to take a little bit of a closer gander at?
I think we've talked about, I'm of course loving the Greybrow. I immediately, while you guys were talking about Greybrow, I was then scoping out the Inept Healer because I think that's going to be huge. I love the Molten Elemental, something to throw in there where you got an Earthquake match. I like all the new cards, right? I like the synergy between all the dwarves and how the racial synergies. I'm really psyched about how that's going to play in, and everybody's going to change their strategies just to work that in. The cards they're going to collect. So I love the artwork on the Vicious Giraffe.
Yeah, rumor has it when Glamour comes out, the one with teeth that I think that it was originally teased is going to come back into play. So that's the rumor. But Bronze Dragon, tell me, if you get a Greybrow black foil arcane, what are you going to do with it?
That sucker's going on land.
Boom.
Right. I hate to say it. No, listen. I've got a different strategy. I don't play at the top of the game. I've got a different strategy going into Modern for Conclave Arcana. But most of my game right now is making sure my land is producing and upping the production of all my different plots slowly over time. So my thing is, I would agree. It would be an awesome card. But is one card going to affect my whole play enough to make it worth giving up all that extra production points I could have on a plot of land?
Right. And on top of it, it's like, I have some nice football cards and baseball cards sitting in a drawer. That's kind of like you grabbing a highly sought after collectible, put it in your drawer, except this one's printing assets, right?
Yeah.
So huge advantage.
And of course, that's you can always switch things on or off. You get some good combos. You get some other cards that work well with it, and you think, well, maybe it might bring more value to my deck now in Modern play. You could take it off land. So
yeah, and then if we factor in the bite,
It's like sending.
go ahead.
I don't know. I was just gonna say it's like sending Michael Jordan to work the concession stands. Come on, man. Can't put him on land.
Yo, that guy would sell the shit out of some popcorn, bro.
There'd be a line.
who wouldn't go buy popcorn?
He's just supporting the stadium.
Yeah, I'm curious when we do get around to getting our buy offers implemented, if we can do that with cards that are staked on land. So if that card's working and you get an offer in your mailbox, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Let's move on to my personal favorite here, guys.
Filthy Scavenger. There he is.
I was gonna ask Jangle. So is Death your favorite kind of like collection as a whole coming out of this, or element?
I think it's pretty safe to say for the first time I feel like Death is immediately a go-to right out of the gate with the core set. I think Conclave has delivered Death in a really big way. This is easily my favorite summoner of the bunch. And we'll talk through the, kind of broader bloodline synergies and, what gnomes are available after we make our way through all the individual elements. But yeah, the gnomes, the squads that are available through the gnome bloodline are just insane, man. It's so much fun.
Mm. Cool.
And Bulldog, I know you were asking the other day if we had seen Final Rest yet.
Final Rest. There it is.
There it is, Craniacs.
And what's that ability in front of it?
Reckless.
Reckless.
Oh, okay.
Reckless.
Oh, Reckless. Okay.
It's a pretty good support unit, I'd say.
Oh yeah, especially.
Craniacs the Quick.
I feel like that's going to be a go-to card paired next to some of those gnomes.
You're not wrong, Bulldog.
And speaking of gnomes, if you haven't checked the secondary market for some Rebellion non-attack gnomes to go along with Lucky Longshot, that card is just nuts.
That's exactly what I was looking at.
But yeah, no, I was trying to think like how I could place those in a lineup to maximize that recklessness to trigger gnomes with multi-attacks.
Well, we have 182 people watching right now, so hopefully
Woo! Go.
doesn't do too much damage there on the secondary. Maybe I'll watch what I say just to make sure I have what I need.
What secondary?
Yeah, Rebellion's a tough one. Good stuff.
Man,
So
Lucky
Ime
Longshot.
is
See,
asking
these
in the
epics are
chat
gonna be fun.
if. Oh, sorry, After Sound. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just said these epics are going to be really fun. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Ime was asking testing. Throughout testing, did we test mostly modern and a bit of wild, or really hit it all?
Wild is wild.
Yeah, wild is going to be the Wild West, man. I think our primary focus was 100% modern, making sure that things felt balanced and fun with Rebellion and Conclave. And I think we were all kind of operating under the assumption that Wild is probably going to get the biggest shakeup. The racial synergies extend well far and beyond what's available in Modern. So personally, on accident, I may have tested a couple of Wild battles, but the volume of choice that becomes available when you're starting to look at all the Wild cards, it's overwhelming, man. I'm just not familiar enough with enough of the Wild cards to be a very adequate Wild player. But I know some of you guys out there are diehard Wild guys. Blaze, Bulldog, I know you guys love your Wild cards.
Yeah,
it's big shakeup.
Yeah, big shakeup for sure. And then also again the fun of the game, right? Of just going down and looking for the gnomes and just going to the old alpha cards to see what's around and the beta cards and just figuring out what's out there. Because again, now we have filters on the left-hand side. You guys will see that we have the ability to filter by their bloodline. So it'll make it easier when you are looking through the older cards to find them. So they changed it again. So the UI, if you can see, they made things horizontal to make things fit better and easier accessible other than scrolling down. So it's getting better. The UI is looking clean. We also have some surprises coming to our front page where we just had that come together, and we're looking at passing that over to the devs to get implemented in the near future. I would say within the next 3 weeks or so, if all goes well. And again, for everybody on the stream, we do have our Google app or Android app available, and you can go ahead and download it by typing in Splinterlands under the search, and that's live. There's a couple of things that are being worked out. We have like land for swapping resources back and forth. That should be done by the time Conclave Arcana is out, and then a couple of other things like bringing money into the app is still being dialed in. So all that should be fine-tuned over the next week or so. But go ahead and download it, give it a go, leave some feedback.
And while you're on that page, leave a good review of it.
Yeah, thank you.
Bingo.
Dude, Deep Delver, another fantastic card. Or
Yep.
fantastic support card, I should say. It's a little expensive on the mana side, but I can see that being a lot of fun.
It's
to
totally
throw
worth
in
it.
and
It's totally worth
piss
it.
people off.
Yeah, and that's finding
Rust-
those rebellion cards like Venka, right? Because then you don't have to worry about the thorns.
I'm loving that Sheik. Is that
Exactly.
Sheik? Shadowface Sheik? That's right next to it. Like, I'm thinking you put that card, and then you put the one we were talking about earlier that deals the that cran
Reckless.
Reckless,
Yeah.
because the Pain Forge and the Reckless work very well together for sure.
put that right behind it, and then you start stacking. You start stacking your magic damage, and then you've got the life leech, so you don't actually really lose any health. You just start stealing more and more health. I feel like you put those towards the back, and by that time that thing gets up to the front, it's just got a ton of health, a ton of magic damage. It seems like an
Maybe this
insane
is answered
combo.
already, but Painforge doesn't stack, right?
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, it does. So every time you take damage, it goes up.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's-
Jangles, it's not death, but I linked you the a battle with Painforge. It's showing off water as a little goldfish, if you guys have seen that, or a koi fish that we have in the game. And after sound, kick back and watch this one here.
Let's see what we got.
Request is over, Blaze.
All right. You're sharing.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So this, keep an eye on the Archer Koi. Plays really well with the Water Diviner.
That stun is so nice.
Yeah. Water Diviner looks like the MVP here, just stun locking everybody.
See that 6 attack. That's a rare card.
Oh,
Definitely stacks in a hurry.
nice.
I saw another card there I didn't recognize that seemed to be pairing with that Dragon Summoner.
Which card?
Did
Was it
it
neutral?
have poison
Or
burst?
dragon?
The summoner, you mean, Bulldog?
Right, I saw was it the card right in front of the koi? I didn't recognize it. Looked like it had
The
poison
brewer?
burst on it, which is that coming from the summoner?
Yeah, coming from the summoner. That was, where is he? This guy.
Oh, I think we
Ferris
saw level 1 of that card, but I don't think I've seen the full stats on it.
Yeah, poison burst comes from the dragon summoner. The legendary summoner allows you to attack two poison bursts on your squad.
Yeah. There's a lot of combos. I don't know whose bots are going to catch on to all this, but bots are going to have a problem, right? The player's going to have a little advantage here for a while. So it's going to be interesting.
Okay, well, before we go too deep on the dragons, any other comments on death, or we want to move along here?
That's good.
It's fun to see when we move the stats over there to the right. We had a couple of cards where like that guy's nose was cut off, so we had to scoot him over. So it's fun being part of the process and have everything come together. But yeah, a lot of interesting stories behind these cards and how they became. So looking forward to sharing that over the year.
I'm still not used to seeing that speed on the right side. It throws me off every time.
Good stuff.
Water.
Water is insane. I mean,
Oh, we got a little preview of that with the Archer Koi.
yeah, I think our Ninja Turtle there, Ariel, got toned down just slightly. So whoever showed that card off, sorry, it had, I think we removed 2 shield off it, or maybe 3. It was just way OP.
He's still a boss.
It is.
Tossing the, so we've talked about the Rebellion summoners, legendary summoners, getting a big boost as a result of Conclave Arcana, and water specifically with EMP. EMP is going to be a problem in New Modern. It's such a massive lift. There's just here in Conclave, there's 2 protects right here. So all of a sudden you're taking this to +1 with EMP, +4 from these 2 protect monsters. Guys, armor striking opportunity with 9 armor strike damage. Holy moly.
Yeah, what do you think of Gorgon though? Did you get a lot of usage out of him in your playtest battles? That -1 range is very specific, and I think I always prefer buffs rather than debuffs when it comes to Archon abilities.
Gorgon is great. I think range comes to the forefront of the meta in a way that we haven't seen since I've been here. I think back in the days it was like Renin. Renin was a big ranged monster and had some really strong earth squads. The gnome gives all of the squad close range in conjunction with the Pain Forge. The gnome range squad is absolutely nasty. So Gorgon is a great counter to that. And remember, there's no force field left in Modern at this point. So the debuffs are more meaningful than they have been in the past. So yeah, Gorgon is great, and we'll dive in. Like I said, we'll dive into the bloodlines a little bit later. But being able to tack on Enraged to somebody like Venka, somebody like Night Stalker, Gorgon is
Okay,
very powerful.
I can see that
for
being-
sure.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Just the Enrage itself with some of those orc damage dealers. Yeah, just put some zapped in there. Second turn there. They all have their health damaged, and Venka and Night Stalker and all those guys.
Yeah.
Just seem like they can go nuts.
And remember, Squirrel is Bulldog.
Yeah.
You're going to be very proud of your little vermin, dude. Squirrel is absolutely amazing in the New Modern. One of my favorite summoners in Modern. And this is a great counter option to an expected Squirrel squad.
And one card that's performing very well is Prophet Rosa. So for some reason, Prophet Rosa has some it adds +2 range to 2 cards. And she's going to have some new friends outside of the set coming into the picture that we're all going to hope that we have.
So Dwayne couldn't join us tonight. Had some personal stuff come up, but he was really looking to highlight the War Wall Juggernaut. you guys have already seen the power of the epic or the rare Water Diviner with the zap, plus the 4-mana Rebellion Rewards card with zap. All of a sudden, you could Pain Forge the Warwall Juggernaut twice. He's got a massive HP pool to kind of support that, and you're buffing armor plus melee damage from the reach position with Armored Strike twice per turn. So there are some absolutely ludicrous combinations that you can toss in, really leaning into that Pain Forge with somebody like the Diviner and the Shock Trooper. That's his name.
Shock Trooper's good.
I feel like, speed has always been a big deal, obviously, but I feel like as quick as some of these battles are going to go, speed is going to be even more important in this new set. Like, as much damage as some of these cards can do, and when you have battles that last 15 turns, it doesn't really matter too much who goes first. But when you have battles that last 2 or 3 turns, if you get to go first in the turn, that's a high percentage of extra attacks.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, and there's quite a bit of taunt between the two sets, right? So that's something else to keep in mind. Like, the Fury comes in handy. You see a lot of these common and rare cards with Fury, but they're important because they'll be cracking for 2x, right? With those taunts, so it'll be interesting. One thing is, I don't know if it's been updated, but I have to go update the document tomorrow. But Relentless Strike, you guys all know what that does? So it attacks and deals true damage. It does true damage +1. So if a card has shield, it's ignoring the shield, and then it's hitting for +1 on top of that. So
Nice.
Oh, I also noticed it looked like Jackarilla got changed.
Yeah.
Is that right?
yeah, we went
From
from
the front line.
cleanse guard to rear cleanse guard. Yeah, it was a move that needed to happen. It's based off of the feedback and the other card that we had that was similar.
Yeah, I felt like it was too similar to. I forget that card's name, but
Soothsayer.
Arcane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arcane. Was it Rune Arcanist? That's
Yeah.
well, that one too. Yeah, it was like you merged Soothsayer and Rune Arcanist together to a better version.
It's just crazy that
Good
this
stuff. Real
card
quick.
has 3 abilities that were introduced from the promo cards last year. It's pretty powerful still.
It is.
The rear cleanse guard is really meaningful, actually. I don't think we've, very occasionally do we see the Sanctus Vicar, I think is the name. That's the first Hall of Legends card that you're alluding to, After Sound, that has that introduced the rear cleanse guard. The amount of burning that comes into play with Conclave Arcana. The rear cleanse guard is a huge value add to Jackarilla. But yeah.
Yeah, and then also, there's that little green card we'll get to, but it has Echo and Reveal, and then Jackarilla comes in handy because when that happens, it reveals 2 camo cards. So, example, the 2 promo cards will get revealed, and Jackarilla will go ahead and fix the problem. So put them back with their Predator camouflage, or however you want to look at it.
I can already see sorry to cut you off. I can already see a hippo type thing going here with Armored Strike combo with Pain Forge, and then Repair going on to buff for the Armored Strike.
There's a lot of hippo type things that are about to get released onto the meta. BD, you're not wrong, man.
Let me see if I can pull up a hippo fight real quick. 1 second.
The hippos are
So
ferocious.
does Reckless deal damage to armor first?
No, it's true damage.
It goes
It
straight
goes
to health,
after.
just like Zap.
Yes, it's like
Okay.
fatigue.
Okay.
So it doesn't get mitigated by shield.
I can't hear Blaze for some reason. I don't know if that's just me.
Oh, sorry about that. I just linked you B Jingles with the battle with the hippos. I don't recall which one it was, but
Nice. Okay, I
it's
got
a
it
nice
pulled
little
up.
setup there.
So this is the Mudbinder. Ooh, promo card in full effect. Now who's this? I don't know if we've ever been formally introduced to this summoner, dude. Who is this guy?
I said I thought speed would be more important.
Speed is always important,
There's +2.
except for in reverse speed.
That Commander Slade. Royal Eagle loves that card.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this combination of 1, 2, 3, Slade, Jikarilla, and Keelan.
Yeah, the Ulans with this with the shield right against. It was a perfect counter to Nidhogger.
Oh, we have a promo card sighting here.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I could pull it off against Rage there. The beast. That stun comes in so
It
handy,
doesn't matter when Rage is stunned every round.
right? I think this was this was reverse speed, so it came, it worked well.
Yeah, it doesn't leave you with a lot of great choices when you see their I still want to call it reflection shield. On the other side, then
Yeah,
you've got
I know,
reverse
same.
speed. So like whichever option you choose is gonna be tough.
Good stuff. Hey, I just want to mention real quick, we are displaying this on the Mav server. So if you are a Mav, the gates are open. Go ahead and log in and get to battling. Probably going to be setting up some tournaments soon. So there you go.
Love it.
Weird.
That
Yeah, and if
does-
you guys want to toss, I don't think we'll have time to go through all the battles, but while you guys are listening to us jibber jabber through these cards, if you guys are, I know everybody's anxious to get some battles in, toss some links in Town Hall. I'll cherry pick and put some of them on display. Okay, so life, any cards kind of standing out in y'all's minds as must-haves or super exciting or holy moly?
Okay, Caravan Guard jumps out as just an extremely good low mana card. Like it's
Bulldog, I've earmarked 2 cards that I want in black foil. One is the Death Summoner, the other is the Caravan Guard. This card is absolutely awesome.
like those are some insane support abilities, and then you still get 2 attack for 3 mana.
Playing with EMP and give him a double cleanse, double repair also.
Like that feels
Yeah,
like
not-
one of those cards that I throw in there even in high mana battles where I leave 6 mana on the table and I'm still throwing this this
Yeah.
card in there.
There's a lot of situations where you don't play all your mana now, right? And also like Little League, or not Little League, but like if there's a 16 mana battle, before I'd be like, why 16? That sucks. But now with these cards, it makes any range of mana fun. So,
which I guess going back, I saw one of the things I've requested is more high mana support type cards. A lot of times, if you want to get a heal in, you have to throw in a 3 or 5 mana card. I think did I see there was a 10 mana healing?
yes.
Yes, there is. And Ulans, we were called out for being tossing out racial slurs by calling them hippos. So I'll correct myself. It's an Uland. Excuse me for all the hippos offended out there.
So that's just awesome when you want to get a heal in, and you got plenty of mana. Get five range damage in with it.
Different card, but I'm
just wondering how
spotting
powerful...
some more mimic action on life.
So, I'm just curious how powerful a deflection summoner is going to be.
Bella's awesome, dude. And I'm still hoping for, I'm going to call it out any chance I get. I'm still hoping for the first glamour for Bella to be your mom.
Your mom.
That's one of the great memes of Splinterlands 2025 thus far.
Who dropped that? Who dropped that, V-Jangles?
I don't remember. I wish I could give credit where credit is due, but I will never forget that. That will always be my wish list.
I mean, we've got tofu out there. I have to think there's going to be some value.
Yeah. I mean, I think tofu is much more balanced in the new modern. He is not nearly as oppressive as he has been in the last handful of months. But Bronze Dragon, you were asking about Mimic.
I was just saying that I spotted another. This will be the second card with Mimic, and it's got a great set of other abilities to go along with it.
Yeah, the tricky thing about Mimic now is the battles are pretty fast. So, and then also it's been nerfed a little bit. It's on hit now, I believe.
Wait, I missed that. What?
Palafala Weslenath has Mimic.
I can't believe you just nailed that name, BD. That might be the most impressive thing that we've seen thus far.
No, but what do you mean it's on hit now?
Pull it up here. See if they changed it.
Well, still, it looks like there's only two cards that Mimic, right? And they're both life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I will say, I don't think I can recall a single battle that's allowed for Mimic to do Mimic things that we've seen over the last 8 months with Olivia, just going absolutely ham, picking up 300 abilities and stacking, triple-digit health. The sustain plays are just not available in CA the same way that they have been with Chaos Legion, which, in my opinion, is a good thing for Mimic. It brings the balance back into kind of the expected range of the effectiveness of these abilities. So Mimic's still very powerful, of course, but it has been reined in significantly with the new modern.
I'm eyeing that.
I don't recall. I think it was before every round or something along those lines, and now it's like if it misses, it doesn't get it. So it doesn't grab an ability. I'm pretty sure. I'll triple check, but I think that was the recent change that being done.
So on an offensive hit is when you steal now?
Yes.
So is that a buff to Olivia though that hits twice?
I don't know. I don't think so. We'll triple check. I'll get you some action to show you.
Right.
But definitely the way that the rounds are quick, it needs to grab as fast as it can. If not, it's going to go into the Venka pulverizer and just get annihilated. So
Yeah, I'm also eyeing that Silverleaf Ranger
Yeah.
with that double strike, and I'm thinking more like less in life, but with our new elf synergy.
Execute.
Yeah, giving that thing execute seems pretty nasty. Because
Yeah, it
execute can
does.
trigger twice with double strike.
Right.
It does have
Right.
weird.
And
You got to keep that in mind.
yeah. Exactly. It has worry to help balance it out, but it's still, if worry doesn't kick in, it's hitting twice and using echo twice. So.
Speaking of the summoner that grants execute, here she is, Kalia, from Kalia to Kalia.
Like monkeyless? What? I'm trying to. I'm trying to read the name. What is that card?
Flamunculus. Staple.
Divine Construct.
And if you remember Eleanor, the 0 mana Hall of Legends card, I believe the text, Blaze, can you fill me in there? I don't want to misspeak.
Where you at?
Eleanor, she gets buffed with Divine Construct now. Is that right?
Not fiends.
They've been renamed to Fiends. I believe it's Fiends and Divine, or did they change the name? Let me check.
I thought fiends were becoming constructs, divine constructs.
That could have been it. There's been so many name changes.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does say Divine Construct now. under
Okay,
Eleanor.
great. Perfect. Yeah, this card is our Patrick of. That's when I see it. Think of Patrick from SpongeBob.
That's just so sad. It's next to the Fenmore Platypus, which is categorized as a mundane beast. So divine constructs and mundane beasts.
Yeah, I really like Ghostly BG's AI. That he's always pumping out of these cards. It's fun to watch.
Bulldog, you notice a big taunt here that's going to help out your rodent friend?
Oh yeah, that's taunt with that acid. Is that what that is?
Poison Burst?
Yeah,
Poison
the
burst.
poison. Sorry, poison.
Yeah, Silverleaf is a super powerful card. I played
That's
it quite
kinda
often.
nice. Yeah, that's a nice tank.
Man, only.
And we, like I see 11 mana. You mentioned Fury. Do we have cards in this set that have Giant Killer?
No.
Because that used to be a thing. Like when it was almost a downside to being 10 plus mana. It's like you like the 9 mana cards. You didn't have to worry. You get to those high mana battles, and you just see so many high damage Giant Killer cards that would just wipe out some of those.
Yeah, Rift Watchers had that Rune Skyclaw or whatever. That's a great one.
Yeah, that was I was. Anytime we'd see the higher mana battles, I was always trying to get Giant Killer in there.
That looks like it's just going to be a wild thing now, Bulldog.
Bulldog's the bot killer. He's going to be over there slinging bots in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
Bulldog, you got to buy a custom title, dude, and go for the bot killer as your title. That's pretty rad.
That would be cool.
Bulldog, the bot killer.
Coming to reward shop near you.
Yeah.
I like that.
One of my personal favorite Earth cards is this gal. She's an elf, so she's going to benefit from the execute buff. I think one of the staples from Chaos Legion. There's a handful that I'm going to really miss reaching for. Zenith Monk is one of the big ones. This girl, this card is absolutely awesome. As it's not an apples to apples replacement, but she is very, very powerful with the rebirth and the divine shield.
It's a nice Little League tank.
Yeah. And there's some really good cards in here for the starter packs. So I don't know how much everybody's been paying attention to the rarity distribution here and where the most impactful cards are, but that's something I'm super excited about.
There's a lot of really good rare cards.
The accessibility of some of these great cards through things like the starter packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see the swirl synergy with Silverleaf, and then adding the Sentinel down there with the Resurrect.
Yep.
Resurrect, get another poison burst. Although I don't know, maybe poisoning some of these other lineups might not be the best.
Right?
Might not be the best thing either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's some nasty combos with the legendary dragon, right? Because it's giving it to 2, and then you play it with like Earth. It's like an all poison team. There's just so many fun setups. We're gonna be playing for months, just finding these combos that we like. It's gonna be fun. But the execute was an interesting story because we had execute on the first month of testing, and we all said it's too overpowered. Get rid of it. But then we're like, and then we played it a bit more. We brought it back just to try it, and then we just worked on fine tuning the other ones so it had synergized and they were able to protect each other. And again, it's the power creep. It's slightly there, but overall, I think it's very healthy for the ecosystem the way we've done this. The fun is here. I don't know if you guys play those battles that go to skip the fatigue. It's fine once in a while, but it happened quite often, and you kind of wanted to just hit skip battle after a while. This here, you don't know. You think you're winning, and then all of a sudden you're burning your whole team, and your team dies. You're like, what happened? So the entertainment is there, and that's number one priority, is to make a fun game. That's why we're here, to have some fun. With the power creep in mind, though. So Bob kept us in check. When we needed to throttle down, he put his foot down and said no. And then we tried to work out another angle, and then we met in the middle. So it was a fun process, a lot of work, but a lot of countless hours spent on cards sometimes, rolling into the weekends. And the team just did a banger job on this set.
I like that Silveran Sentinel as a back of the line type guy.
In this kind of
Go ahead.
Sorry, Bronze. I think I'm on a delay. Go for it.
I was just going to say, I like the look of the Silveran Sentinel as a back of the line type thing. You got range, you got a decent amount of speed, a decent amount of health, but you've also got camouflage, slow, plus a resurrect to help out the team. Seems like a pretty solid card to me.
Squirrel. I keep saying Squirrel. One of my favorite lineups in the big mana includes the Silverleaf Mage, the Sentinel for the Resurrect, both throwing 5 range damage. Delia plus Rush. Oh my goodness, you're just chucking out huge numbers of damage at the opponent, and then you can, multiply that with True Strike or pretty much wipe out a taunt. I love the Squirrel and Fury rule sets. You're going to deliberately avoid bringing a taunt to the table. Well, Squirrel, bye-bye Mantroth or Venka or, whomever.
Exactly. And for anybody on the stream that doesn't know what we're talking about a Rebellion Summoner that was created by, nonetheless, Bulldog himself. And it's Riskwell Drath is the card. So if you're in our game and you're filtering cards, you want to look at Rebellion and then look at the
There we go.
summoners, and you'll find them. It's a fire earth card. There you go.
Awakened Beast. Shout out to Tofu. Just responded that we spelled. I think it was furry deity incorrectly, and we spelled it Awakened Beast. Okay, let's proceed here to Dragon. I know there was quite a bit of excitement going around with Desolation. We saw the power of this Dragon Summoner with the Poison Burst being tactically applied on 2 monsters.
I see more Painforge Lifeleaf combos.
Yes, you do. Plus, it's an elf, so you can bring that in with that Earth Summoner, Kalia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and a heads up with Desolation, that Spite will trigger in the first position too. So if he makes it to the front line, he'll retaliate.
Oh, so
On
even
the way
even
up.
if he's ranged and can't attack otherwise, the
Right.
Spite will still kick in. Okay.
Yeah, and we don't have many more dragons here because they are going to be showing up along the way. So get your wagons. You're going to want your dragons.
Gather the wagons, get your dragons. I like it.
Hey, real quick, what do you guys think of the rare summoner there, or Archon?
I just noticed that the Draco Shan is only dragon based, so you can't really pull in anything else. And it's relatively new also.
Yeah. Well, there's probably going to be more cards.
But you needed a dragon summoner. Yeah, well, you needed a dragon summoner that could fit into Little League, right? Because the was it Arcane was also 5 mana.
Right. Yeah, it's a fun card that you can pull in any pack. It'll be cool for somebody to get their first taste of dragon and go grab a dragon card and have some fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Are there any more Dracoshan other than these two?
We have some in Rebellion. There's that the one with Reach.
Okay.
There we go. Kai. Yeah, and a couple of others.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, there's more cards coming down the pipeline, so we have that in mind.
Yeah.
We originally wanted to benefit all dragons, but that was just too OP, so
Yeah.
we had to stay our lane on that one. Hey,
I
do we
love
have
the look of
Good.
Sheng Zhao.
Yeah. Cool looking card. Do we have any battles from the community yet? Did they jump into the Mav server and get some links for us?
I don't see anything in the town hall chat. I'm trying to keep an eye on stuff, but we did get a request from the one and only Mr. McCoy to share these battles. Sound was requested, so let me crank this down. Does that sound okay? Okay, so I really wanted to highlight the Painforge Reckless Enraged synergy. We were talking about the Enraged synergy earlier. Obviously, the range debuff isn't a huge play here, but there's a few triggers for the Painforge here. namely the Resurgence from this Water Epic card, Zap from the Shock Trooper, and Reckless from the Angry Tortoise. They're hanging out in the back. And these two cards just absolutely go ham here. Yeah, so I mean, you can see the Archer Koi just goes absolutely ludicrous mode, hitting 10 damage per swipe by the tail end of that thing. So thinking about, you know, somebody like EMP, if you're really leaning in on the Pain Forge, you know, something like an Equalizer match, toss in the Piercing on the Koi, just because you know that he's going to be getting those massive Pain Forge boosts. You know, disregard the Armored Strike, but, you know, queue him up for the Piercing. There's a lot of really fun kind of intricacies that I think are, you know, like Blaze has called out a couple times. It's going to take time for us to really see what the meta shakes out to be, but yeah, fun stuff.
And real quick, like look at Quillstorm Mage there. That's a 5-mana common card that's hitting for 6, and it has an opportunity. So, yeah, it's crazy. And also, if anybody wants those sounds live in game, open up a proposal.
Yeah, you guys have to forgive the cheesy sound effects. I was trying to have some fun. I actually broke Canva with the number of sound effects that I was tacking onto these battles. And here's one more.
Man. Oh, man. So glad to be here. Oh, no. Oh, gross. Oh, no. Oh, no! So glad to be here.
Good stuff.
Fun stuff.
Laundry is a
Okay,
great player, by the
That
way.
rear guard cleanse saved you.
Yep. There it is, coming into play. Blaze, do we want to start exploring bloodlines across all of Modern here?
We haven't looked at the neutrals yet, right?
Oh, we haven't looked at the neutral. Thank you, Bulldog.
Not yet.
The neutrals are nice, and also there's a couple of neutrals here that may have not been displayed yet, so it could be the first. I don't know if we showed Conclave Tracker. It was a bit chaotic of a week, but I think, yeah, Conclave Tracker maybe hasn't been seen, and then Anu, or however you pronounce that. But you almost have yourself a setup here to play neutral across the board for full teams sometimes. It's a really powerful combo.
There's some really good neutral cards.
Yeah.
We just saw the Half Shell Seer. I feel like that's one of the best cards in the set.
Yeah. Well, look at
Yeah.
Bren Palesworn, right? Weapons training, adding 2 attack to his.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
broken.
an insane weapons training card.
Yeah. In addition, it has shapeshift, so it gets the buffs when Bloodline Tribute kicks in.
I just hope Taylor Swift gets upset about Taylor Swift.
Hey, no
There's
such thing as bad press,
right?
dude. Bring it on.
One tweet, man. We'll get a bunch of Swifties in here.
Where's that
Right.
mindset when we were trying to name it Darth Squirrel?
I know. I thought the same. Well, we can blame Joey for Taylor Swift. So if any lawsuits come, I'll go straight to him.
Lord Swift, Tay.
There's another gnome that has no attack that can be weapons trained.
Yeah, that one's under the radar right now. I think we've all kind of overlooked it, but the outlook and camouflage is, and then also by the time it gets to the front line, it can take some hits. So great card.
Well, you pair him with Lucky Longshot, the Death.
Oh, that's right. It's a gnome, right?
Yeah, they're both
Oh, yeah,
gnomes. So this guy is granted Painforge and close range. Yeah, great non-attack card.
I like the why can't I remember the names? What's the one in life, the 2 mana with triage? Is that a gnome? Am I getting it mixed up?
No,
No, that's not a gnome.
there are. All right, let's
Nimbledook.
let's
is
start
the-
with the
Cold Storm
gnomes,
Mage, is that what you're...
since we're talking
Oh.
gnomes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Nimbledook's the one that's a gnome.
Plus the
Polyfala
Surveyor.
is one though.
I was getting those mixed up. But yeah, like the Nimbledook Explorer that has a heal, so it can just heal right back up from any damage it takes while it gains Painforge.
Yeah, so one of the lineups that I really love with Razzie is the Wayfinder up front with the Scavenger in number 2. I mean, the Scavenger by himself is really strong because he's somewhat quick. He's got the ambush and the opportunity, so he's going to deal some damage pretty quickly, and that's going to ramp up as a result of the Reckless plus the Painforge. But then he does, he doesn't have a huge health pool, but he'll die and ramp up all the other gnomes in a hurry.
Yeah, and Cave-wise, Wayfinder, he gets Rally right at the beginning along with Ambush. So great for lower leagues. And then towards the top, he'll get Enrage. So great card. I play with it often. It's testing very, very well.
Do we have a Gnomes Battle Blaze?
Do we have a gnome?
Let me take a look through Tavern and see if anybody's posted any battles. If any of the Mavs out there want to start sending through Bloodline Synergy battles, we can start talking through a couple of those.
Yeah, and if we need to get a battle in ourselves, or if you guys want to get a quick battle in, you're welcome to. I'd love to see it from the team or from the community to see what they got. See how quickly they're picking up on this.
Okay. Bulldog, are you logged into the Mav server? Are you jamming battles over there? Is that what's going on?
I am getting logged into it.
Nice. Well, if you want to send me a challenge, Bulldog, we could do a battle on team on screen.
Let's see it.
All right,
got
all right,
one.
we can do that. Oh,
I got one from Dragon. Let's see here.
I'm trying to figure out how to get this 10 million SPS over from the Mav server to my own account.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, I tried the
Dragon,
bridge. It wasn't working out too well.
Dragon, if you're listening, modern only, please.
Yeah, modern.
I can't handle the wild stuff.
Time's flying by. A little over 4 days left for the sale. So these promo cards they're bangers.
Jingles, did you do any testing for just Conclave Arcana?
We did a little bit.
Or was it mainly modern?
It was mostly modern, but we did a couple Conclave Arcana only tournaments. It's not. There's a big shift because Chaos Legion is just such a massive set. I think all said and done, it's 300 plus cards, something like that.
Yeah,
it's some absurd number. So moving to a world where Rebellion caps out 120-ish, and then Conclave 80, 82, 83. I don't remember what the final tally is, but so the mirror matches is definitely a thing, but I think there is a greater depth of what is the best team for this particular rule set than we've seen in sets past.
gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Hmm.
Hope you noticed what I reached for without hesitation there, Bulldog. Squirrel, baby.
Saw the squirrel.
Squirrel, baby.
Yeah, and Lorcas too. Lorcas is very strong. I mean, get those life leeches going. You can even do the Fury play, I believe.
I think Dragon ran out of time. Maybe something happened.
Yeah, he said his server was lagging horribly.
Too many cards to choose from.
Nah, Squirrel's just that good. That's the fear of Squirrel. That's that effect. I don't know if we got any battles submitted here. Blaze, you had a couple of others teed up.
Yeah, I'll link you one here in a second.
All right, Jangles, I just sent you one. We'll see.
Ooh, righty.
Oh, a little league. This is what we got to show off.
So to everybody in the chat, is there any particular elements that you guys are super excited about, racial synergies or bloodline synergies that you guys are more hyped up about than others?
Let's see how this goes. All right, I'll watch it on your screen.
All right.
Lore Swift Kamate sighting.
Ulan versus Gnomes. Hey,
I almost went with the death one. Let's see what I missed out on. Oh, great.
all those rule sets crippled you guys, huh?
The Quacko's a great little card, man.
Yes. Look at that. That card is just nasty.
Oof. Yeah. All right, GG's.
The power of Razzie, man.
Takes a little time, that's for sure. I don't
Clay
just
wants
like
to
this.
see some Nidhogger battles.
Yeah, right. I think I had two in there, but I think we've seen them.
Let's see.
But I linked you one. I linked you a good match.
Let me see here. Dave just shared we got 50 folks on Bulldog's Twitter and 169 on Splinterlands Twitter. So
Wow.
thanks for turning up, everybody. Those are impressive numbers. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. It's exciting. So on the 11th, the pre-sale will end, and then there's going to be a 2-day gap before we go live. And then on the 13th, the rewards will be distributed. So get in before the 11th so you can be part of the raffle. And even if you get a couple packs just to try out some cards and get involved with the game and the community, we'd appreciate it. And you'll appreciate it. It's a good time. Really fun game.
And the set comes out in 7 days too, right? Or
Right.
less now.
Week from today. Well, I'm already tomorrow. It's Wednesday my time already. But yeah. 13. Yeah, the team's added some cool sounds into the game, though. They've been as they can improving it little by little. So the new abilities have some cool audio.
I feel like Nefkit is one of the more underrated promo cards.
Yeah, Royal just mentioned it. I think it's on like a mega discount right now. If somebody doesn't have it and is looking to scoop a couple copies up, at the time it was rather good price. I think it was like $35 or something. So yeah, for sure with that stun hitting the back line, it's going to come in very handy.
$35 a BCX. Let's see what happened. Oh, there's only 2 on the. Oh, never mind. 13 on the market.
There's a lot in the $35 range. Yeah, 13. Well, I guess just enough for a single max copy.
That's before you pick it up, right after so.
I got to get some of
Yeah,
these
that's a
medallions
great
first.
EMP, by the way. Getting that armored strike with the piercing on the if you don't go all the way to the max level, getting that third chance to stun every round is massive.
Oh yeah, because it's got that knockout. So then it does 10 damage with EMP. if a card's stunned, you get 2 chances to stun in front before that melee hit.
Oh, Clay's stacking the deck here.
Hang on. Clay has not had a public win yet, so let's see if he can
We
pull
gotta
off his
keep that
first dub.
streak.
He's on
We
a
gotta keep
mega
that
losing
streak.
streak.
Let's see what we can do here.
And also a lot of the rewards cards like Drybone, Megalodon, and Continuum Sir, they get a buff from this set, so they play a bigger role with Conclave Arcana. Also, Chaos Golem is huge because it has Retaliate, so check into that card. That's a legendary card that was pretty affordable, at least the last time I saw him. But
I've
huge
got a
stage
question.
against
You know, Blaze.
Good.
I'll go for it.
What I was going to ask is through the play testing, because I haven't been in on it, but did you find what I'm concerned with is the power curve as far as how cards perform differently as they rank up from low end all the way up to max. Are there any? Did you find that all the elements were curved well? In other words, they perform well at each different level, or were there elements that performed better? I'm thinking about silver gold range.
Right. So Royal Eagle was our scout. He was on it. So whenever we were working on the power curve, he made sure that every level had something special to level up to. And then Bob is a huge fan of giving the lower league players different abilities. So there's quite a bit. I don't know what it was, like 52 abilities for I think silver. So there's a lot of options there, a lot of gameplay, and yeah, they did a good job and they paid attention to that to make sure that was handled properly. And also, Beach Angles, didn't you guys host some tournaments at lower leagues? I know we did, and it played quite well.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Clay's trying to beat the streak here. Sorry, I'm focused on how do I keep Clay's public streak to 0.
You must perform. Nidhogger.
Nidhogger sighting.
Yeah, even Keelan Gaines, he's on the voucher shop. A great card to have at pretty much any level. Very powerful.
Everybody's
card.
been dumping those vouchers, trying to scrap anything together to get more DEC for this. So vouchers have gone down. It's gotten cheaper.
Oh, that's done. Rick Loneman, such a powerful card. And that one too. What's Barrett at on the market?
Oh. Not looking good, Clay.
Clay. Oh. That true strike.
The
Brutal.
streak lives.
Clay, Clay, you're gonna have to try again, bro. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Bulldog, you want to send one over, dude?
Yeah, I can send one over.
I'll wait for you.
In regards to completing like complete sets, I think I'm going to go after the dwarfs first. I just really like their vibes in the game. So from a collector aspect, I think that's what I'm going to go after over the summer. Hopefully we'll have some OGs that are wanting to buy more packs and they have multiple copies of beta and alpha cards to put on the market for us.
You know, I was going to say, you mentioned power creep earlier, Blaze, but one of the things that I think is really cool about, you know, at least what Splinterlands is doing here, is that the power creep isn't felt as much when you can give a lot of utility to older cards through these bloodlines. You can't really do that with, or I haven't seen that with a lot of other TCGs, especially, I mean, physical ones, you can't do that. But it's a cool concept that's introduced here.
Yeah, and also the rewards cards, right? Like look at Olivia, right? Like our rewards cards is you have to work for them, right? And they're going to add value to your team, and it's a great dynamic to have. Of wait, you mean I have to play to get that card? Sure, you can unlock it and put it on the secondary market, but it's pretty cool that everybody has a chance to get some really cool cards like Commander Slade through rewards.
Blaze, I want to call out the Bloodline Synergy
Absolutely.
button here. I don't think we've seen that in action yet.
That's right.
So here
Yeah.
you can, while you're building your team, tick the box, and it's going to display. We're limited to just fire and life here, but assuming that all elements were available, we would see all of the dwarves able to be pulled in here.
That's a cool filter.
Yeah, save some time.
Oh, it looks like there's a request for a pack opening. If you want to do that next.
Yeah, we'll have to save it for a later time. They didn't get it over onto the Mav server in time. So next time we have a call, we'll do that.
Okay.
All right, Bulldog, we're going for broke here, dude.
He's not Claiborne. You can take chances.
That
Man,
happened.
I gotta say, shout out to the to Team Creative, seeing the full new modern, all the cards with the sleek minimal frames, the artwork being kind of brought front and center in the card frames on the battlefield. Things look good, man.
Yeah, we'll be showing off the black foils too. We just didn't have a chance to get that all done today. This was kind of like an emergency. Let's get together and have some fun meeting. But real quick, that Halfling Refugee, 1 mana, 5 attack. The card that you have in the front line is just crazy powerful. I see it played a lot.
Oh yeah, I had to go with one of the combos I've been excited about for a front line, giving that Wayfinder, shield and void, and then putting a taunt on it. I had to try it out. Seemed like a good opportunity for it.
Oh, you got Blazebeard in action there. Oh, double Blazebeard.
There's the downside of Reckless. It actually took out a card for me.
Yeah.
Squirrel, baby. Nicely done, Bulldog.
Yeah, what's he at, the 6 attack there?
That giraffe
It's crazy.
is nasty.
Nice. It's a good card.
I'm liking the squirrel.
Squirrel's so strong, man. Great play.
Great. How about Cryptomancer earlier today? jumping up to the #1 spot on the leaderboard for the pre-sale.
I saw that. Well, it looks like Brave Tofu is going to have to
4 days, 17
pop
hours.
up a little bit more.
No, we're not going to see the real stats here. Clay wants vengeance.
I'm just looking at the 7 through 15.
Yeah, I'm at 15. I know I'm not comfortable. I won't be able to just sit there.
Yeah, the jockey.
I don't get anything else.
Are
I'll
you
drop
planning to
out
go
of
for
top 20.
another summoner,
No,
Bulldog?
I don't.
No, not this time.
It'd be nice, but I know I don't have what's needed to get top 6. I'm just hoping to stay top 20. That black foil rare card is a pretty big carrot. There's gonna be a big battle to stay in the top 20.
Yeah, I'm not pressing the nitrous button yet, but I really do. But when I see Jeff Opens cards sitting at number 20, I know this isn't the end. So I don't want to press that nitrous too soon. But
There's a few big names still sitting on the sideline.
there are.
Oh yeah, there's some that I feel like might compete for top 6 that are gonna fly past me on the way up there.
Well, we have all year. So if we don't get in, we'll have plenty of time throughout the year to get some packs.
So when do you think this starts to pick up?
I'm really interested to see the epics, though. I mean, that's going to be once we open our packs and combine our cards, and we have 32 epics total, and there's none on the secondary market. That's going to be a game of patience, I guess, or buying more packs. After sound, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just with like less than 5 days left. I'm curious as to when you think things will start to pick up. And I just semi-related, but Bitcoin just crossed 97 again. So hopefully, if there's a little bit of momentum in the market, that might help SPS.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to wait till near the last minute because they're like people want to see where they'll be at on the leaderboard and whether it's better to spread their buys on a single account or on 2 accounts. Because like if you're, I mean, it might be where you're better off getting 2 lower leaderboard positions than putting everything on a single account. So people are kind of waiting to see where the leaderboard shakes up to know how to spread those out.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that doesn't. Clay going at it again here.
He's trying.
Yeah.
I think he might have me this time.
Oh, he went with the giraffe. That's why. No.
Clay, thanks for playing, bro.
No 8th place ribbon.
Try
here, bro.
again.
Clay, you're
I
gonna have
know
to
it,
win for the
baby.
next score
With that
stat.
giraffe.
I thought Graybrow was going to have me. Oh, I'm getting called out for screen sniping.
Good stuff. Yeah, at first I was like, in regards to the multiple accounts, but I get it. I mean, if you're going after the Skinwalker and you want to, set up multiple accounts and try to take 3 spots on the leaderboard, you can do that. The good thing is it doesn't really affect the raffles, right? So the raffle doesn't matter how many accounts you have. I mean, a ticket's a ticket. So
What were the discussions like when the team was deciding whether to do like where you buy earlier, you get more points, that format that was, I can't remember which leaderboard
Yeah.
that was used for.
We had our ears to the tracks and we heard people out, and I think it was just the ultimate best decision to do. Because again, we want everybody to have an opportunity, and this allows people to, take their time and make decisions instead of just rush in. So I think the game's funner this way, right? Yeah, and I think a lot of people too we're waiting for SPS to pump a little harder. So after sound, gotcha. And again, this gives them time, and they're not missing out, and that early advantage doesn't happen. It's more of a neutral stance.
I really like the idea of allowing for, some jockeying for position without sacrificing, the overall multiplier on points until the final days. Because I agree with what you guys have said. I fully expect that last 12 hours to be complete fireworks.
Bulldog, are you wanting us to activate the last 6 hours gets 10x raffle tickets?
That would invite some fury, absolutely, in more ways than one.
I'm kidding. Yeah, the game keeps getting better. Week after week, we're going to have updates. The team is nonstop. There's so many cool screens coming in. I'm not going to spoil it, but the challenge area is going to be really cool. The screens are different. Nate and the team are doing some really cool stuff over there. So, and it's right around the corner too. I don't like talking about things 6 months out. I like talking about things that are close. So I know it's close. I saw it today. It looks beautiful. Same with our front page. We have some fine tuning to do, but yeah, it's all going to mesh well. Claiborne, what are you doing giving him another chance, man? You're very nice, B-Jingles.
Trying to show off the Skinwalker here. Let's see if I can swing it.
Yeah, one thing before we end the call, I would like to get a high mana game in and use the 2 promo cards and see their synergies work and have the shapeshift kick in, because it's super cool. Shapeshift and Bloodline Tribute. And real quick, Shapeshift gives you the ability to be summoned with any of the new Archons, and then you get the benefits from the Bloodline Tribute. So.
Yeah, Shapeshift is so powerful, man.
There's a question in chat. Are there any new rule sets that are coming?
Yeah, there's going to be new rule sets, but we're going to hold off because it was too overwhelming. The new abilities and the new cards was enough. And if we were to add the new rule sets, it just becomes very chaotic. But yes, we have tested new rule sets, and again, it's just super chaotic right now. So we're like, let's keep it as is, and then we'll roll into it slowly.
That's how you can keep things fresh in a couple of months too.
Yeah. Clay's really going hard at this one. He went with the.
That's some crazy armor damage in the back.
I love you, Clay.
Clay, it's $1 a battle now. We just
Clay's just making me look good, dude. Blaze, do you wanna take over the stream share and rock out?
No, I'm having some issues. I'll next time I'll be prepared for that, but I can't switch over to my screen right now.
Okay.
Because of the tabs and the different browser that I'm using.
Well, let's get somebody else some challenge opportunity here before we wrap up. Are you keen to start winding down, Blaze?
Yeah.
Okay. Bulldog, are you up for another challenge or Bronze Dragon or After Sound?
Do the challenge.
Go ahead and go with Bulldog.
Go with 99 mana and go standard.
Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard. Let's see it. 99 mana and go standard
Somebody B Jangles is hacking. You're calling me out, Clay. So somebody shoot Bulldog a 99 mana challenge. I'll step aside as the
Okay, I
contender
had
here.
sent you one. I can back out here.
All right, we still have 311 viewers. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Again, this is our first hangout and the first reveal of Conclave Arcana in action. So
What do you
good
want?
time ahead.
99 mana cap?
Yeah.
And what else?
Standard
Big turnout,
rule set.
man.
Yeah, standard rule set, 99 mana, and then all elements, just in case. And modern.
Got it. All right.
I mean, you can do a wild if you want, but you'll see what we're talking about. It's chaos.
Oh no, I mean the focus will be on. You want us to check out the new promo cards, right?
Yeah. Cool strategy is dragon. With get some rally cards in there. And
Racial tribute.
yeah, racial tribute or bloodline tribute.
Bloodline tribute.
And then a resurrect if you can. Like the bloodline tributes with the taunt, and then a resurrect to get them up, and then the promo cards just go a little berserk. For anybody new, splinterlands.com, check it out. Conclave Arcana is our new expansion.
It's gonna be fun.
And on the 13th, we can open packs and start having fun. I don't know if we're gonna. I mean, I'm guessing the team's going to be super slammed, making sure everything's up and running for the pack openings and everything's running smooth. But I might call in sick. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
Earmuffs, Dave.
Yeah, if one of you guys can share your screen, I'll allow it here to activate it.
I'm not doing it on the same PC. I don't know if you can do it, Bulldog. Or couldn't you just look up the battle on the Mav server too?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll probably just have to send the
yes.
link.
Oh yeah, that works.
Trying to find the cards.
I know. I got 1 minute left. Oh, what?
B Jangles, if you could pull it up one more time just for this
Yep.
rodeo.
There we go. Well, I'm gonna wait until that battle comes through. I don't want to spoil the outcome yet. Then I'll share.
Great. Everybody, you guys can find After Sound on YouTube. Bronze Dragon is the land master. If you want to learn about Splinterlands land, head on over to Bronze Dragon and check out his content. And Bulldog is our master future esports professional in Splinterlands. He has a great setup. It's always fun to watch. B Jangles is the tall Joe Rogan of Praetoria.
With more hair for now.
And yeah, we're all enjoying this. I mean, we're all part of this this game. This is our players have a big impact on this game, and the DAO has the power to vote for things to help guide this in the direction that we all want. So
This is hilarious, After Sound. That is the exact team that I had, and I changed it at the
You
last
changed the last
second.
minute. All right, let's see.
All right, here we go. I got the right battle pulled up. Is that right, guys?
I mean, we went with your favorite one.
oh, okay, you
The
didn't do
last
the
second,
standard
and I
rule
didn't
set.
get them in the right order.
Oh, I didn't know how to change the rule set. My bad.
Okay,
I screwed up the order. Didn't get my flank working.
that's tough.
Well, he still got charged though.
Oh yeah, it does have charge. See, I've not even.
Yeah, I mean that card is
Yeah.
outrageous.
Oh, that doesn't seem very scattershot-ish.
Actually, your placement ended up being better than mine, Bulldog. Because that deflection shroud, you gave it to the right person.
Yeah, Mantaroth is a beast still. Great card to have. I think it's a little expensive, but get a copy or two for the lower leagues.
So we just saw
that
relentless
11
strike in
heal.
action there.
Yeah,
That's
no, that was
insane.
huge.
The 11 heal that comes in.
I mean, with Thorns, I shouldn't have gone with Mantaroth, who has essentially 2 melee attacks, but we're still learning.
Yeah, look at these guys, huh?
Look at all that attack at the end.
Huge.
Yeah. That's fun.
So is it here that the relentless strike comes into play? Yeah, so usually Mantaroth is pretty well protected against melee and ranged because he's got the shield. Well, the new promo card says, yeah, hold my beer. Yeah, so
5 damage against Mantaroth.
Yeah. Nice.
Good stuff. Yeah, and to all the Mavs that are going to be logging in and trying it out, link your battles in Discord so we can all start learning and watching. And if you participate in the pre-sale here, just message our support team, let them know, and if you want on the Mav server, they can get you in. So good stuff.
Definitely.
Thanks for putting this together, Blaze. A lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having
dude.
us.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. We'll be doing this a lot more often. We'll get this dialed in, and I think that we're at 720 right now. We're going to upgrade so we can get to full HD, the little better quality. So again, we just wanted to get something out and have some fun here. And each week I'll keep getting better. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff with the community, tournaments. Again, look into our tournaments. We have a lot of fun tournaments coming up. Even if you don't have much skin in the game and you want to try the game out, we have some scholar tournaments that give you the ability to play ghost cards, which are basically cards at the highest level that you can test out and play for free and see how you like the game. So in addition, we are going to be having the training mode and challenge mode show up on the front screen for the play, so it's easily accessible. I think right now you have to go into play ranked and then go to the top right. It's not the smoothest process, but yeah, every week things are going to keep getting better. And stay tuned for Conclave Arcana next week, huh?
The last thing, we've got Dave and Yaba hanging out on Walking Keys stream. Shout out to our boy Walking Keys.
Yep.
And if you guys are unfamiliar with just the general content creator community within Splinterlands, hop onto YouTube, search keyword Splinterlands. There's a whole bunch of folks that are kind of constantly looking at different aspects of the game and the economy. But Keys tonight, it's NFT gaming. I'm gonna butcher it. NFT
And collectibles.
There you go.
If you go into YouTube, type in Walking Keys, all one word, he'll show right up.
There you go. Yep. Yaba and Dave will be joining in about half hour.
Good stuff. Hey, thanks everybody for hanging out. This is wonderful. A lot of fun to come. Get ready for all the cool updates and action ahead.
Cool. Thanks for having us. Take care, everyone.
All right.
Thanks for having us. Fun to play some
Have a good one.
new battles.
All right. See you guys. See you on the
5
battlefield.
days. T-minus 5 days.
All right.
Go buy your